It is very common these days, and it's so easy for an atheist to say that there is no God. As per me, atheism is also a belief system, just like any other belief system such as Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, where each of the people declare their own God. Now, in order to arrive at a logical conclusion to conclude is there a God or not, we have to understand the basic creation of the universe and how the creation happens. Or like some religions like Jainism says that there is this creation does not get created, it is always eternal, it always exists. Is it also possible that this creation was never created and it always exists to eternity? These are some of the fundamental questions which we have to analyze before we declare there is a God or there is no God. So that is why I have tried to make a simple video to discuss on this topic. Let us keep aside the assumption that I am trying to prove the existence of God for a moment. Let us see the creation as such and then understand for creation to happen, at least as per me, these 6 things are needed. Number 1, for creation to happen, we need time. Nothing is created out of magic. For example, for a baby to take birth, a human baby, it needs 10 months time to develop inside the womb, and then after 9 months or 10 months, this baby can be born and be called as a baby. So time is number 1. And number 2 is for anything that to get created, there has to be a raw material to create it. You see any article around you. For example, you see a wall in front of you, or you see any non-alive matter, a table, a chair, a fan or fridge or anything, you need to have a raw material to make it. So similarly, if we see this universe also needs a raw material from which it has been made. The third one which is important is for anything to be created, even if we are doing any activity on our daily life, for example we are cooking food, we need to have a knowledge of how to make food. So the third thing which is important for anything to get created is the knowledge on how to create it or how to make it. Number 4, what is needed is anything that is getting created, it cannot be created without composition of elements. To explain it further, if you just take a brick, if you break the brick into pieces, you will see that this brick is made of minute particles of sand or minute particle of brick. And if you further go into minutest forms, you will end up in atoms or quarks or electrons, protons, neutrons, etc. So that means without composition of these elements, nothing can get created in this universe. And the fifth one is, without a creator, nothing can get created of its own. For example, Jainism says there is no creator, this world is eternal. The question is, if this world is eternal, are we seeing any eternity nature in this world? Are we not seeing people dying every day? If this world is eternal, then the contents of this world also has to be eternal. And secondly, even for example, we have to build a house. We give brick, we give cement, sand, water, iron, etc. But without a labor or without a planner, etc., or construction workers, this does not get converted into house on its own. So, for anything to get created, a creator is necessary. And the last logic is, in this world, there is no such effect that does not require any activity. That means for anything to happen, there has to be an activity that has to happen. For example, I have to create a house, I have to do the activity of creating the house. So these 6 points: time, raw material, knowledge, composition of elements, creator and activity. These 6 logics are undeniable in any circumstances. So with this 6 logic, if we arrive, then we will conclude that this creation is, number 1, not happening by its own. Somebody is making it, somebody is creating a composition of elements, somebody is having a knowledge on how to design this universe. For example, we see the laws of motion of planets, everything is in order, everything follows a proper logic and proper formula. So somebody has a knowledge to do it, and somebody knows how to compose the elements into join the finer elements into grosser elements. And somebody is doing an activity to create this universe, and that somebody is what we call as Almighty God. And God knows exactly how to create this universe, and God is the power which governs this universe. So if some atheist says that he does not believe in God, that means he is, number one, not logical. He is unable to understand the creation of universe, or he is not interested, and because of his lack of interest he declares that there is no Almighty God. But once we start analyzing this creation of universe, we will logically come to a conclusion that this universe can never be made by any human beings, and this universe is neither eternally present. This universe has been made by some superpower, and that superpower is Almighty God. I hope you would have understood my logic. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Please forward to many people as possible. I will meet you soon in another video. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.